I mean, I probably less concerned than some of my other colleagues that have a lot of interest in China and the US. We won't probably feel this impact, when I look ahead. But of course, it's going to again even put more pressure, on the European automotive industry. I think it's going to put pressure on everybody because the tariffs, they go not only against potentially only against Europe, right? So I think in Europe specifically, what my call is that we lost like something like 20 million cars in the last 4 or 5 years because the market is 20% lower. And I think that what we need is a shock of demand. We need to get back to historical levels because this is bad even for the transition. I mean, if average age of car park went in 15 years from 7.5 to 12 years, so that means that you have a lot of polluting cars into the thing. So we need to get the automotive industry at the level that is required because this will generate money. We will reinvest into the thing. It will, have a better impact on the environment. People will be more happy because they have new cars and safer cars and cleaner cars. So that's a priority. I think we need to discuss about getting back at the right level of the market.
We see Tesla sales in Europe completely collapsing in January, probably due to the politics of CEO Elon Musk and its role in the Trump administration. They are the top seller in EVs in Europe. Is that potentially an opportunity for a group like Renault?
Yeah, I think so. It gives an opportunity. Yeah. I think Renault 5 is already showing. I mean, we don't play in the same segment and categories, but of course, But I think we have to do our own race, and we'll see. But we observe that kind of phenomenon. I don't know if it will be, always the same or it will change. But but there will be other competitors coming. So that's competition. It's part of our daily life.
You mentioned in your results a 2 billion hit related to capital loss on sales of Nissan shares. So I want to ask you about where we at in this alliance with Nissan. Of course, the talks with Honda collapsed. You're a key shareholder in Nissan. You said the offer from Honda was just not acceptable. There was no premium there. So what kind of offer would you be happy with? And what is the future of Nissan, in your view, that would be the best for the alliance?
No, I think, it would be difficult for me to answer to this question because that's a pretty, confidential thing. I think two things important to say for me is the operational performance of Renault is independent from Nissan, that the proof is the result that we give. And that was the first target for me to make sure that we could walk on our legs, okay? And we're able to do it, okay? The second thing is Nissan probably, as let's say, big shareholder of Nissan, my interest is that Nissan works. So probably the priority for them is to come up with a plan that is similar to Renaulution and execute the plan because that will bring back Nissan where they deserve also in terms of performance. And we will continue anyway to kind of deleverage our exposure to Nissan, but we have to do it at the right conditions. So I'm not going to speculate on potential offers. We don't do this kind of thing. We actually want the Nissan team to execute their plan, to develop a plan. And for our own conditions to protect the value of what we have created, along the 25 years and all the operational projects that we have together and that we decided a couple of years ago with the new alliance agreement, they are kind of running. So we produce the Micra, we produce a car for Mitsubishi. So this is still, ongoing.
Very final question from me. You're growing your markets outside of Europe. You announced this deal with Chile in Brazil. So where do you see the best opportunities coming in the future for Renault outside of Europe?
I think for us, potentially, Latin America is, for sure something that where we have chance because the brand is there since decades and, we have presence also, industrial presence. I see India as an opportunity. Okay, so we are together with Nissan investing on, localizing a new platform on products that really go into the core of the market. And I think that, we have been forced at the beginning of Renaulution to focus on development of a range for Europe. But you will see now new cars coming for, global markets, etc. And you'll see the mix between Europe and global market for Renault kind of rebalancing to the historical level because of this thing. And in that case, Geely, for example, is a good opportunity for us because we can go and do things together.